Hey everyone, it's your lovely host here, Rai, and we are going to give our recaps for week 7 and our picks for week 8. So go for it, Michael.
Week 7, I was 10-4, bringing my overall total record to 65-39. The games I got wrong: Cincinnati and Cleveland, Pittsburgh and Tennessee, Washington and Dallas, Houston and Green Bay, and that was it. Which Cincinnati had Cleveland beat, they just blew it. So,
Okay, last week for me, 9-5, overall record of 70 wins and 34 losses. The games I got wrong: Detroit, Cleveland, Niners, Arizona, and the Bears game.
well, I gained one game on you this week, so I need a real big week 8 here to get even closer.
So you picked the Chargers. You picked the Rams, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Bears look. I mean, the defense looked good, and then just the offense just collapsed like they did against the Colts. So hopefully they can bounce back.
Yeah,
I think it's Nagy. I think it's Nagy's fault. It's not the quarterback fault. It's Nagy's fault.
Yeah, the offense was terrible. I mean, they had 10 points, but that's because of a pick six. I mean, they really was just awful. I mean, it was boring to watch. Even I mean, like you could tell from the get go, it's just like, man, their offense not there. I mean, Foles missed a couple deep shots. He had guys wide open. He just overthrew them, or just didn't give him a chance. It was really not a very good game. Which that's
and then what else? The Kansas City game, that was a blowout.
Yeah, that's the first time I think. That's the first time I think I picked against the Bears and got it right. Usually, if I picked against the Bears have won this year. So that's a first. This year actually got.
The Patriots game was a blowout. The Raiders game was a blowout. So Jesus.
Yeah, but now we had Atlanta and Detroit was a really good game, and Cleveland and Cincinnati was a good game. Both came to last second plays.
Yeah, that kind of messed me up. I cannot believe the Atlanta Falcons screwed up at the end. He could kneel it down, but he went to the end zone accidentally.
Yeah, so another blown game by Atlanta this season. That's kind of fitting. They've done that a lot this year, but.
Oh yep, they sure have.
Yeah, them games.
If they keep this up, they're gonna get the number 1 pick, maybe.
Them was really good games, and Pittsburgh and Tennessee was a really good game. New Orleans and Carolina was a good game. I mean, there was even the Jets and Buffalo. It was a terrible game, but it was close. I mean, for the most part. Then the rest of the games was just kind of.
I cannot believe the Jets are 0-7. They might be 0-16. I'm hearing.
I think there's a chance. I think they may beat like Cleveland. I think they get 2 wins is my prediction. I'm not guessing they're going to win this week, but I do think they will get 2 wins before the season's over, which is not good. That's still probably going to get you number 1 pick and get you Trevor Lawrence from Clemson.
But I heard that he don't want to play for this team because this franchise is garbage. So he might stay another year for college. John, if you heard about that rumor.
I probably would. I'd probably stay at Clemson as well. I mean, he's going to be one of the most winning quarterbacks of all time. He's only lost once in his whole career so far. So, hey, if you can go back and be the greatest quarterback in college history, might as well instead of going to the Jets. So,
yeah.
But let's go ahead and jump into our Week 8 picks. Tonight's football game, we got the Atlanta Falcons with a record of 1-6 going to the 3-4 Carolina Panthers. I went Atlanta to finally get another win in this one. I pick them every week and they never do it. So Atlanta.
I'm picking Carolina. This is a divisional game.
Exactly. I forgot to say that. So we got Sundays. Here's the 1:00 games. This is a divisional game. We got the New England Patriots, the record 2-4, going to the 5-2 Buffalo Bills. Bills are 2-1 in division. Patriots have not won a division game yet. They're 0-2. I went New England Patriots to the upset. The Bills have just not been playing good football recently, and Patriots haven't really either. But I think I don't know. I just have a feeling that New England will beat Buffalo.
I'm going Buffalo.
And then our next game, we got the 5-1 Bengals going to the 5-1 Tennessee Titans. I went with the Tennessee Titans in this one.
I'm going Tennessee also.
Our next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders with a record of 3-3 going to Cleveland Browns, who have a record of 5-2. Wait, there can't. I mean, the divisional record. There's no way. Hold on, the divisional record things ain't around here because it says Cleveland's 3-0, and I know Baltimore beat the crap out of them to start off the season, and I didn't think Buffalo had won 2-1. That's wrong for some reason. I don't know. So sorry about that earlier if people's listening to the Buffalo thing. And Cleveland has not got 3-0 divisional record. Sorry. I picked Cleveland to beat the Raiders.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Raiders are not very good for some reason. They're like up and down team.
One week they look good against like the Saints and stuff, and then one week they don't look very good like against Tampa Bay. So, and Cleveland's kind of the same. Like they look terrible against Pittsburgh. I know they got whooped by Pittsburgh and they got beat by Baltimore to death, but 3-0 on here. I don't know why that is. Let's see here. We got the Indianapolis Colts with a record of 4-2 going to the 3-3 Detroit Lions. I picked the Indianapolis Colts in this one. I want to pick Detroit though, but I went Indianapolis in this one.
I'm picking Detroit.
I wanted to. I'm right there. I think Detroit does win, but I went Indianapolis. I'm going to stick with it, I guess. Our next game is a divisional game. We got the 1-5 Minnesota Vikings going to the 5-1 Green Bay Packers. Who are you picking in this one?
Green Bay.
Yeah, I can. I pick Minnesota. I do. I know. I do. I pick Minnesota every week, and they never win besides once. I don't know. I just feel like Minnesota has some really good talent. I know they're trading some players and stuff, but I still think they're a really solid team. They're just not clicking. And I hate that because I think Mike Zimmerman is a really good – and I think he's a really good football coach. You know, that's who I always wanted the Bengals to have and stuff. I think if they do fire Mike Zimmerman, I think he'll find a job pretty quick because I think he's a really good coach. Our next game, we got the useless, pathetic, good-for-nothing 0-7 New York Jets going to the 6-1 Kansas City Chiefs. I think we both got Chiefs in that pretty easily.
Yeah, and guess what? Bell's playing against his former team, probably.
Oh, God, he will. He'll get some carries. I'm glad you said that because I do that DraftKings and stuff like that. I think I'll put Bell as my flex this week because I think they'll give him the ball to let him show the Jets what he's got. Our next game, we got the 5-2 Los Angeles Rams going to the 3-3 Miami Dolphins. Miami will be starting Tua Tagovailoa in his debut game, so it was really good.
Before I continue, I think that was a stupid move because the other guy was on fire. Do you agree?
Yeah, it shocked me. The only thing I can think of is they know what Fitzpatrick's ceiling is, and they think, hey, we're at 500 right now. Tua can come in, play good. Our ceiling's higher because he has a much higher ceiling than Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's the only thing I could think of. It really did shock me, and I felt bad for Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm hoping like maybe Dallas, unfortunately, as much as I hate the Cowboys, I would love to see Dallas or someone trade for Ryan Fitzpatrick and at least let him keep playing because the game is funner with him as quarterback playing. Actually.
How about Chicago? Chicago could pick him up.
I would love that. Honestly, I would be thrilled because he's still good. He's a good quarterback. I mean, yeah, he's going to throw some interceptions, but at the same time, he's fun. He has fun. He enjoys the game. I would love to see him. I hope that's not the end of his career. I hope he really gets another chance because he's honestly, I think he's just as good as Phillip Rivers or any of them right now that are playing.
Is he better do you think he's better than Nick Foles?
Yes, I think so. I think he is better than Foles. I think because he's a better runner. I think he's going to throw some interceptions, but I think he's a better deep ball thrower. I'd like to see Fitzpatrick get another chance somewhere else. I hope that's not the end of his career. But anyways, I picked the Miami Dolphins getting the win in Tua Tagovailoa's debut.
I'm picking the Chargers.
Or the Rams. Yeah.
Yeah, Rams. I'm sorry, Rams.
It's all right. There are too many LA teams.
Yes.
Our next game, a big divisional game. This is the last 1 o'clock game. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 6-0 going at Baltimore with a record of 5-1. I picked Baltimore Ravens to give Pittsburgh their first loss this year.
I'm going with the Steelers, still undefeated.
Oh, that right there might be the game of the weekend right there, I think.
Yes, I agree.
Here's our 4 o'clock games. We got at 4:05. We got the Los Angeles Chargers at 2-4 going to the 2-4 Denver Broncos. I picked the Chargers. Yeah, and that's basically. I just think they've looked better overall offensively.
Yeah, me too. I'm going with the Chargers.
Our next game, we got your Chicago Bears with a record of 5-2 going to. Oh, it's actually okay. We got the Saints with a record of 4-2 going to the 5-2 Chicago Bears. I'm picking Drew Brees and company in New Orleans. Unfortunately.
Yeah, me too. Last time Bears played them, we got our booked in. Remember that last year? The only thing we had was a great kickoff return by Patterson, and that's it. So hopefully Bears get revenge. But I don't know if the Saints will let that happen, you know?
Yep, I think it'll be tough because it looks like Michael Thomas will be back, and with Alvin Kamara, I just don't know if the Bears can outscore New Orleans.
Yeah.
Our last 4 o'clock game of the day, we got the San Francisco 49ers with a record of 4-3 going to at Seattle, who has a record of 5-1. I picked Seattle to get a bounce back win this week.
Yeah, I'm going with Seattle. Seattle looked very tough, and this is a huge division rival. I think it's the first time they meet this year, right?
Yeah, and that's big. I mean, if San Francisco can beat Seattle, I mean, Arizona, San Francisco, and Seattle's all right there. And even who's the last?
Rams.
You know, I mean, it's really close division. So this is a big game, even for the Rams and them. They have to be rooting for 49ers to kind of get it all tied up. And unfortunately for Sunday Night Football, God bless our souls, we got the 2-5 Dallas Cowboys going to the divisional leaders, Philadelphia Eagles, with a record of 2-4-1.
I'm going to Philly.
I am too. I don't know. So I had for some reason clicked Dallas. I don't know why. I've switched it back to Philly. I'm going.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I don't know why. I don't know why I picked Dallas.
Are you smoking something?
I must be, because there's no. They're both terrible. God, that division's terrible.
Yes, it might be the worst division this year. It has to be.
Might be the worst division probably ever in history. Honestly, they're really. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Jacksonville and the Texans, them had some pretty bad divisions, like Titans and them. But man, this division's pretty bad. It's really bad. And then so I went Philly as well. And Monday Night Football, we got one good team at least. We got Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a record of 5-2 going to the 1-6 New York Giants.
I'm going Buccaneers.
Wow. So basically after the 4 o'clock games this weekend, I can quit watching football because these are not.
A lot of garbage games. Usually it's like reverse, but I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people say if the New York Giants, Jones is going to be a franchise quarterback. I don't think so. He fumbles too much. You know what the hell is he doing? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Giant fan, but I know Giant fans are not going to give up on them. You know?
I agree 100% on the fumbling thing. I think they got to get him some talent around him. I mean, that offensive line's terrible. He really didn't got many receivers. Saquon Barkley being hurt just has absolutely destroyed them. I think he's got potential to be a decent game manager. I think he's like an Alex Smith. You know, when Alex Smith was like at the Chiefs and stuff a little bit. When he was first, not his last year at the Chiefs, because he was actually really good as Chief for last year at the Chiefs. But I think he has potential to be a decent game manager, but he'll never be a superstar. Like, he's not going to be – he's never going to be – even he will never be like a player like Phillip Rivers and them. That's just not his type of player. But I think he can be like a somewhat Alex Smith type player. But
I think, no offense to the Giants fans, I think the Giants really screwed up when they drafted him. They were pissed when they drafted him.
Yeah, and their defense, they have no defense, no offensive line, no receivers. They have a running back, but he's out for the season. It's just the Giants, both teams in New York, I think, are a mess.
Okay, everyone, have a good one. Enjoy the game tonight, and good luck with your picks. Go Bears, and good luck with your team, Michael.
Yep. Woo!